The candlelight catches in the crystal glasses, casting dancing shadows across faces I thought I knew. My birthday party, the one I spent weeks planning, swirls around me in a blur of laughter and clinking champagne flutes. I smooth down my new black dress, the silk cool against my fingertips, and scan the room for Bennett. My husband of 12 years is nowhere to be seen. Neither is Hope. My stomach clenches, that same nagging feeling I've been pushing away for months, now rising like bile in my throat. Jolie. Kira appears at my elbow, her eyes bright with concern. You okay? You look a little pale. I'm fine, I lie, forcing a smile. Just need some air. Have you seen Bennett? My sister's hesitation is barely perceptible, but I catch it. I think he stepped out onto the terrace. The French doors leading outside are partially open, the autumn breeze carrying snippets of hushed conversation. I move closer, my heels silent against the thick carpet. That's when I hear it, Hope's throaty laugh, the one she saves for flirting. My heart pounds against my ribs as I reach for the door handle. We can't keep doing this, she whispers. Not here, not at her party. Why not? Bennett's voice is thick with desire. She doesn't suspect a thing. The glass in my hand trembles. I've imagined this moment 100 times, played out every possible scenario, but nothing prepared me for the sight of my husband's hands tangled in my best friend's hair, their lips meeting with the familiarity of longtime lovers. Someone gasps behind me, Selena, probably, and the spell breaks. They spring apart, Hope's lipstick smeared across Bennett's mouth like a confession. The party goes silent, that horrible stretched-out moment when everyone realizes they're witnessing something they shouldn't. Jolie, Bennett starts, taking a step toward me. This isn't. I raise my hand, cutting him off. The champagne in my glass is perfectly steady now. Don't bother. How long? Hope won't meet my eyes. But Bennett, dear, arrogant Bennett, actually tries to smile. Let's not do this here. We can talk about this later. How long? 8 months, Hope whispers, her voice breaking. Jolie, I'm so sorry. I laugh, the sound sharp as broken glass. 8 months, while she helped me plan our anniversary dinner. While she held me when I cried about our failed IVF attempt. While I trusted her with everything. The crowd parts as I walk toward them, my movements measured and precise. I stop directly in front of Hope, close enough to smell her perfume, the one I bought her for Christmas. Her mascara is running, black tears tracking down her cheeks. Happy birthday to me, I say softly, then empty my champagne directly onto her silk blouse. The liquid spreads like a stain, dark against the white fabric. Someone in the crowd makes a strangled sound that might be approval. I turn to Bennett, who's watching me with that familiar mixture of condescension and concern. He thinks he knows me, thinks I'll cry, scream, make a scene. But something cold and calculating has crystallized in my chest, hardening my heart against the pain. We'll talk about this later. I echo his words back to him, my voice steady. After all, we wouldn't want to ruin the party. Our eyes lock, and for the first time, I see a flicker of uncertainty cross his face. He doesn't recognize the woman standing before him. Good, because I barely recognize myself, and I'm just getting started. I turn away from them both, head high, and walk back into my party. Behind me, I hear Hope begin to sob, but all I can think about is how satisfying it will feel to tear their perfect little world apart, piece by carefully constructed piece. The morning after my birthday feels like waking up in someone else's life. Bennett didn't come home last night. His side of the bed is untouched, pristine, like the facade of our marriage before it crumbled. I trace my fingers over his pillow, remembering how I used to wake up to his warmth beside me. My phone buzzes. Hope's name flashes on the screen for the 10th time since last night. Delete. Another message follows immediately. Selena, check your email, now. I grab my laptop, hands shaking slightly, as I open my inbox. There it is, a forwarded message from Bennett to his lawyer. Timestamp 3 a.m. My stomach drops as I read the first line. Moving forward with divorce proceedings, as discussed, the words blur together, but certain phrases cut through like knives. Irreconcilable differences, asset division, immediate separation. He's been planning this. The realization hits me like a physical blow. While I was organizing that damn birthday party, he was organizing the end of our marriage. My phone rings. Selena again. I answer this time. "Tell me you've seen it," she says, without preamble. "How did you get this?" I still have access to the firm's email system. Bennett's not as careful as he thinks. There's a pause. "There's more, Jolie. He's been moving money around, large amounts." The numbness in my chest cracks, letting rage seep through. "Tell me everything. Not over the phone. Meet me for coffee. Give me 30 minutes. I'm halfway dressed when I hear the front door open. Bennett's footsteps in the hallway, familiar as a heartbeat. I force myself to keep moving slowly, deliberately, as he appears in the bedroom doorway. "We need to talk," he says, voice gentle like he's approaching a wounded animal. I slide my earrings in, checking my reflection. "About the divorce papers you're drafting, or about fucking my best friend?" He flinches, not at the accusation, but at my tone. I've never spoken to him like this before. "I was going to tell you after your birthday." How considerate. I grab my purse, start toward the door. He blocks my path. "Where are you going?" "Out." "Jolie, please, we need to handle this like adults." I laugh, the sound brittle enough to cut. "Like adults? You mean like how you and Hope handled sneaking around behind my back? That kind of adult behavior?" It wasn't planned. He runs a hand through his hair, a tell I used to find endearing. "These things just happen sometimes." "No, Bennett. Car accidents just happen. Getting caught in the rain just happens. Sleeping with your wife's best friend is a choice you make. Every single time." His face hardens. "I'm not the only one at fault here. You've been distant for months, after the failed IVF. Don't you dare," my voice drops to a whisper. "Don't you dare use that as an excuse." Something shifts in his eyes. Calculation replacing contrition. "I've already spoken to my lawyer. It would be easier for everyone if we could handle this amicably." "Easier for you, you mean?" I step closer, close enough to smell Hope's perfume, still clinging to his collar. "You want amicable? Fine. But remember something. You taught me everything I know about corporate law. Every loophole, every strategy, every way to bury someone in their own mistakes." He blinks, uncertainty creeping into his expression. "So yes, let's handle this like adults." I smile, sweet as poison. "I'll see you in court." I brush past him, my heels clicking against the hardwood floor. My hands aren't shaking anymore. I have a coffee date with Selena, and a sudden burning need to know exactly what my husband's been hiding. The cafe buzzes with morning chatter, but Selena and I huddle in our corner booth like conspirators. Her laptop screen glows between us, spreadsheets and bank statements creating a digital paper trail of betrayal. "See these transfers?" She points to a series of numbers. "He's been moving money through shell companies for months. Small amounts at first, then larger ones starting around 8 months ago." I finish. "When the affair began." My coffee turns bitter in my mouth. "There's something else." Selena hesitates, fingers hovering over the keyboard. "Hope's name is on some of these documents." The world tilts sideways for a moment. "What?" "She's listed as a consultant on 3 of the shell companies. Her signature's on everything." I close my eyes, remembering countless girls' nights. Hope, listening intently, as I worried about Bennett's late nights at the office, all while she was part of whatever he was hiding. "Jolie." Imran's voice cuts through my thoughts. I look up to find my colleague standing by our table, concern etched on his face. "I heard about what happened. Are you okay?" "I'm fine," I say automatically, but my voice cracks on the second word. He slides into the booth beside me, warm and solid. "No, you're not, but you will be." Something about his quiet certainty breaks through my carefully constructed walls. Tears burn behind my eyes for the first time since the party. I trusted them, I whisper. Both of them. Imran's hand finds mine under the table, squeezing gently. I know. But right now, you need to focus. What's your next move? I wipe my eyes, straightening. Selena, show him what you found. As Imran reviews the documents, his expression darkens. This isn't just adultery, Jolie. This is fraud. If Bennett's doing what I think he is, he could go to prison, Selena finishes. A strange calm settles over me. Good. Think carefully, Imran warns. If Hope's involved, she could go down too. She made her choice. The words taste like ash, but I force them out. They both did. My phone buzzes, a text from Hope. Please let me explain. Meet me at our spot. Our spot. The little wine bar, where we've celebrated every milestone, shared every secret, where she held my hand through my first miscarriage, and promised she'd always be there. I have to go. I stand abruptly. Selena, keep digging. Imran, thank you. The wine bar is empty this early, but Hope sits at our usual table, looking small and lost. For a moment, my resolve wavers. Thank you for coming, she says softly. I know I don't deserve. Save it. I slide into the seat across from her. Tell me about the shell companies instead. The color drains from her face. What? The ones you've been consulting for, Bennett's companies. I lean forward. Did you know what you were signing, or did you just trust him blindly? Jolie, please. Tears spill down her cheeks. It's not what you think. He said it was just tax planning, perfectly legal. He said if I helped, he'd... She stops abruptly. He'd what? Leave you, she whispers. He promised he'd leave you for me. The words hit like a physical blow, but something else catches my attention. Present tense. Promised, not promises. And now, I keep my voice steady. Hope's silence tells me everything. Bennett's already moving on, leaving us both in his wake. As I watch my former best friend crumble, a plan begins to form. Bennett thinks he can discard us both. Maybe it's time Hope and I had a different kind of girls' night, one focused on revenge instead of wine. Hope's mascara-stained tissues litter our table like casualties of war. 2 hours and 3 bottles of wine later, she's told me everything. The affair started as validation, Bennett making her feel seen, special. It ended as manipulation, with him using her company credentials to legitimize his schemes. I didn't know, she hiccups, reaching for her glass. I swear, Jolie, I didn't know what the documents really meant. I pour more wine, watching her defenses crumble. Tell me about the offshore accounts. Her eyes widen. How did you... I'm asking the questions. My voice is steel, wrapped in silk. Where's the money going? Singapore. He said it was for expansion. But, she twists her napkin. Last week, I overheard him on the phone. Something about complete transfer and cutting ties. My blood runs cold. He's planning to run. Does anyone else know? Just his partner, Marcus. They're closing some huge deal next week. She leans forward, wine sloshing. Jolie, I'm scared. The things I signed. You should be scared. I stand, steadier than I feel. Go home. Don't tell Bennett we talked. Outside, the evening air clears my head. I call Imran. I need access to Bennett's office computer, I say without preamble. Jolie. Tonight, before he can delete everything. Silence crackles between us. Meet me at the firm in 20 minutes. The office is dark when we arrive, but Imran's keycard gets us in. Bennett's corner office looks different at night, less imposing, more vulnerable, like seeing behind a magician's curtain. This is illegal, Imran reminds me as he bypasses the computer's security. If we're caught, then don't get caught. I slide into Bennett's chair, watch the door. Emails, spreadsheets, hidden folders. It's all here. Bennett's arrogance made him sloppy. Each click reveals more evidence of his fraud. A digital trail of breadcrumbs leading to, oh my God. The words escape in a whisper. Imran appears behind me. What? It's not just corporate fraud. He's been embezzling from client accounts, millions. My hands shake as I scroll. And Hope's signature is on everything. He's set her up to take the fall. Jolie. Imran's voice is gentle. Think about what you're doing. If you turn this over to the authorities, Hope goes to prison while Bennett escapes to Singapore with millions. The thought makes me sick. No, there has to be another way. What are you suggesting? I turn to face him, decision crystallizing. Help me take him down without destroying Hope, please. His dark eyes study me. This isn't just about revenge anymore, is it? No. I look at Hope's signature on the documents. Remember her tears at the wine bar. She was stupid and selfish. But she doesn't deserve this. Bennett used us both. Imran runs a hand through his hair, conflicted. If we do this, there's no going back. You understand that? I understood that the moment I saw them kiss. I start downloading files to my USB drive. But now I'm not just fighting for myself. I'm fighting for every person Bennett's ever used and discarded. A noise in the hallway makes us freeze. Footsteps approach, the night security guard making rounds. Time to go, Imran whispers. As we slip out the emergency exit, adrenaline coursing through our veins, I feel something I haven't felt since my birthday party. Hope. Bennett thinks he's orchestrated the perfect escape. But he forgot one thing. He taught me too well, and I'm about to become his worst nightmare. Dawn creeps through my kitchen window as I spread the evidence across my counter, like tarot cards, predicting Bennett's downfall. Bank statements, forged documents, emails. Each piece, another nail in his coffin. My phone lights up with his name. Where are you? His voice is tight with anger. The office called. Someone accessed my computer last night. I take a slow sip of coffee. Really? How strange. Jolie. A warning in his tone. If you're interfering with my work. Your work? I laugh. You mean your fraud? The embezzlement? Or are we talking about how you're framing Hope for everything? Silence stretches between us. When he speaks again, his voice is different, calculating, cold. You have no idea what you're getting into. Actually, I do. Singapore sounds lovely this time of year. The sharp intake of breath tells me I've scored a direct hit. We should discuss this in person. No, I don't think we should. I hang up as Kira lets herself in through the back door. My sister takes one look at the papers, and her face hardens. Tell me you're not doing this alone. I'm not. I gesture to my makeshift investigation board. Imran's helping me build a case. Selena's tracking the money. And Hope? Hope? Kira's eyebrows shoot up. The woman who slept with your husband. The woman Bennett's setting up to take the fall. I show her the documents with Hope's signature. He used her, Kira, just like he used me. And that makes it okay. She grabs my shoulders. Jolie, look at me. You're playing with fire. Bennett's dangerous when cornered. I know. My voice cracks. But I can't let him win. Not this time. My phone buzzes. Imran. Turn on the news. Now. The TV flickers to life, showing Bennett outside his office building. He's giving a press conference, looking appropriately grave. Deeply troubled to discover potential irregularities in our client accounts. As managing partner, I've launched an internal investigation and suspended all parties involved, including Hope Francis, pending further review. The mug slips from my hand, shattering on the floor. He's making his move. That bastard, Kira breathes. My phone rings again, Hope this time, hysterical. They're saying I stole money. Security escorted me out. Jolie, please, I don't know what to do. Meet me at Imran's office. Don't talk to anyone else. I grab my keys, then freeze. A text from Bennett. Last chance. Back off. Or Hope takes the fall for everything. Your choice. Kira reads over my shoulder. What are you going to do? The answer comes with startling clarity. I'm going to do what Bennett never expected. I'm going to protect Hope. Why? After everything she did. I look at my sister, at the evidence scattered across my counter, at Bennett's smug face still playing on TV. Because this isn't about the affair anymore. It's about stopping someone who thinks he can play God with people's lives. You could get hurt, Kira whispers. I'm already hurt. I gather the documents, hands steady. But now I'm also angry, and Bennett's about to learn that an angry woman with nothing left to lose is the most dangerous enemy of all. My phone chimes with another message from Bennett. Time's running out. I smile, cold and sharp as a blade. No, Bennett, I murmur, heading for the door. It's only just beginning. Behind me, the morning news drones on. Bennett's lies filling the airwaves, but his performance has one fatal flaw. He still thinks he's the smartest person in the room. Time to prove him wrong. Imran's office feels like a war room, paper and laptops scattered across his conference table. Hope paces by the window, her designer heels clicking a nervous rhythm. She's still wearing her work clothes from this morning's humiliation, but her perfect facade is cracking. They froze my accounts, she says, for the third time. Everything, even my personal savings. Bennett's trying to make you desperate. I spread out the evidence we gathered. He wants you scared and alone. It's working. She stops pacing, hands trembling. Maybe I should call him, make a deal. That's exactly what he wants. I step into her path. Trust me one last time, please. The irony of asking for her trust isn't lost on either of us. Before she can respond, Selena bursts in. We have a problem. She's breathing hard, like she ran up the stairs. Marcus just called an emergency board meeting. Tomorrow morning. My stomach drops. Marcus, Bennett's partner, his co-conspirator. Why? To vote on dissolving the partnership. If they do, she meets my eyes. All the accounts get frozen. The evidence, the money trail, everything gets locked down for audit. Convenient timing, Imran mutters. Hope sinks into a chair. It's over. He wins. No. The word comes out sharp enough to make them all jump. We're not giving up. Selena, when exactly is this meeting? 9 a.m. Then we move tonight. I turn to Imran. Can you get us back into the office? He hesitates. Security's been doubled since last time. I can help with that. Hope's voice is small but steady. I still have my key card. And I know Bennett's schedule. He has dinner with Marcus tonight at 8. I study her face, looking for any sign of deception. Why help now? Because you're right. She meets my gaze. I was stupid and weak, and Bennett used that. But I'm done being his puppet. My phone buzzes, Bennett again. I silence it without looking. Okay. I lay out the files we need. Here's the plan. The office door flies open. Kira stands there, face pale. Bennett knows. Knows what? Everything. He just called me, trying to get to you. She grabs my arm. Jolie, he has proof you broke into his office. He's going to the police. The room goes silent, breaking and entering. Corporate espionage. My fingerprints are all over this. How long? My voice sounds distant to my own ears. He's giving you 1 hour to contact him. Kira's grip tightens. After that, Hope makes a small broken sound. This is my fault. I should never have. Stop. I hold up my hand, mind racing. Selena, what time is it? 7:15. And Bennett's dinner reservation? 8 o'clock at La Maison. Hope answers automatically. He always gets the corner table. A plan crystallizes. Dangerous, desperate, but possible. What if we could get Bennett to confess, in public, with witnesses? Imran straightens. You're not suggesting a confrontation tonight, with everyone who knows his secret's present. He'll never admit anything. Hope protests. He will. I pick up my phone, Bennett's messages glowing accusingly. Because I'm going to give him exactly what he wants. Me, cornered and desperate. Ready to make a deal. It's too risky, Kira pleads. It's our only chance. I start typing a response to Bennett. Either I go down fighting, or we all go down hiding. The message sends with a soft whoosh. Fine, you win. La Maison, 8 p.m. Let's talk terms. His reply is immediate. Smart choice. Come alone. I look around the room at my unlikely allies. The sister who never lost faith, the friend who betrayed me, the colleagues risking everything. Ready to crash a dinner party? Their determined faces tell me everything. Tonight, one way or another, this ends. La Maison's soft lighting can't disguise the predatory gleam in Bennett's eyes. As I approach his corner table, he rises, ever the gentleman, gesturing to the empty chair across from him. Marcus sits to his right, face carefully neutral. "You look lovely," Bennett says, as if this were just another dinner date. "Wine? No games." I slide into my seat, pulse thundering. "You wanted to talk, let's talk." A waiter appears with water. I catch Imran's reflection in the window behind Bennett, taking his position at the bar. Selena and Hope should be in place at their table by now. Everything hinges on the next few minutes. Reasonable. Bennett leans back, studying me. "Let's start with what you stole from my office." "Insurance." I meet his gaze steadily. "The same kind you've been collecting on Hope." Marcus shifts uncomfortably. Bennett's smile tightens. "I'm afraid I don't follow." "No?" I pull out my phone, open my photos. "Maybe these will help." Bank transfers, shell companies, client accounts emptied into offshore holdings. I slide the phone across the table. Hope's signature on everything. Very thorough. "These documents are confidential." Bennett's voice holds a warning. "Obtained illegally." "True." I take a sip of water, ice clinking against glass. "But I'm not the one looking at federal charges for fraud." "Careful, Jolie." He glances around the restaurant. "You're out of your depth." "Am I?" I lean forward. "Tomorrow's board meeting. You and Marcus dissolve the partnership, accounts get frozen, and Hope takes the fall while you run off to Singapore with millions." "Did I miss anything?" Marcus pales slightly. Bennett's hand tightens on his wine glass. "What do you want?" "Confession. Full. Public. Now." He laughs, but there's an edge to it. "Or what?" "Or in exactly 2 minutes, the FBI agents at that table by the window get everything, including the real documents Hope's been collecting since you threatened her this morning." The wine glass freezes halfway to his lips. Behind him, I see Hope stand up, manila envelope in hand. "You're bluffing." But his eyes dart to the window reflection. "Am I?" I check my watch. 1 minute, Bennett, tick-tock. Marcus stands abruptly. "I should go." "Sit down." Bennett's command cracks like a whip. "She's lying. Hope would never." "Tell them about Singapore." Hope's voice rings out as she approaches our table. "Tell them how you promised to take me with you, just like you promised the 3 women before me." The restaurant has gone quiet. Bennett's face twists with rage. "You stupid bitch." It's over. I stand slowly. The money transfers, the fake companies, the embezzlement. Hope recorded everything this afternoon when you tried to buy her silence. "You can't prove." "Actually." Imran steps forward, badge in hand. "She can." "FBI, Mr. Rose. We've been watching your accounts for months. Ms. Francis has been very helpful today." Bennett lunges for Hope's envelope. I step between them, my voice steady. "You taught me well, remember, every loophole, every strategy." I smile, sweet as poison. "Every way to bury someone in their own mistakes." His face contorts. For a moment, I see the man behind the mask. Desperate, cornered, dangerous. Then the mask slips back into place as agents approach. "You'll regret this," he hisses. "No." I watch as they lead him away. Marcus already crying and confessing. "The only thing I regret is not seeing through you sooner." Hope touches my arm gently. "Jolie, don't." I turn to face her. "This doesn't make us okay." She nods, understanding. As Bennett disappears into the night in handcuffs, I feel something shift inside me. Not healing, exactly, but something like freedom. The truth, it turns out, is the sweetest revenge of all. The sunrise paints my office gold as I pack Bennett's life into boxes. His law degrees, his awards, the photo of us in Bali, all going into storage until his lawyer collects them. The door creaks open behind me. "Thought I'd find you here." Kira sets down 2 coffee cups. "You okay?" "Better than okay." I hold up the Bali photo. "Look at my smile here. So proud to be Mrs. Bennett Rose." The frame hits the bottom of the box with a satisfying thunk. What a waste of a good dress. "And the firm?" The board voted this morning. I'm taking over Bennett's position. I pause, savoring the words. Turns out, being the whistleblower who saved the company from a massive fraud scandal has its perks. Speaking of perks, Kira hands me a thick envelope. Hope left this for you. Inside is a letter and a cashier's check, the exact amount Bennett moved to Singapore. My hands shake as I read Hope's elegant scrawl. I transferred it back before the FBI froze everything. It was always yours. The money he stole from your trust fund after the IVF failed. I'm so sorry I didn't tell you sooner. H. The paper crumples in my fist. One final betrayal revealed. He hadn't just taken my trust, he'd taken my future. Have you heard from her? Kira asks softly. She's cooperating with the investigation. Reduced charges in exchange for testimony. I smooth out the letter. She asked to meet. And? I'm not ready. I tuck the check into my desk. Maybe someday, but not yet. A knock at the door makes us both turn. Imran stands there, looking uncharacteristically nervous. The FBI just called. They found something else in Bennett's private files. He hesitates. It's about your last IVF cycle. My heart stops. What about it? The treatment failed because Bennett bribed the clinic to sabotage it. He never wanted children, said they'd complicate his exit strategy. The world goes silent. All those nights, I blamed myself, hated my body for failing, while Bennett held me and whispered comforting lies. Jolie, Kira reaches for me. I'm fine. My voice sounds strange, distant. Actually, I'm perfect. They both stare as I start laughing. Real, genuine laughter that bubbles up from somewhere deep inside. Don't you see? He controlled everything. The money, the firm, my friendships, even my body. He made me think I was broken. I wiped my eyes, still chuckling. But he couldn't control this. He couldn't stop me from taking everything back. What are you going to do? Imran asks. I pick up Bennett's Harvard Law diploma, tracing the embossed letters. First, I'm redecorating this office. Then I'm going to build something he could never imagine. A law firm that actually helps people. And Hope? She'll find her own way to make things right. Just like I did. I dropped the diploma into the box. We all have to face our own demons eventually. Kira hugs me fiercely. I'm proud of you. Thanks. I hug her back, then step away to face the window. The city spreads out below, full of possibilities. But I'm prouder of myself. The morning sun catches my reflection in the glass. A woman I barely recognize, but finally understand. Bennett tried to write my story, but he forgot one crucial detail. The most dangerous creature isn't a woman scorned. It's a woman who's discovered her own power. I smile at my reflection and begin to plan my next move. After all, the best revenge isn't just living well, it's thriving in the ruins of everything they tried to take from you.